Welcome to the top of the morning show. It's your girl TT from the D. I want to thank you for tuning in on this Friday morning. TGIF. It's going to be an amazing Friday. I'm super excited. I'm getting ready to have a great weekend. And I hope that you're going to have a great weekend too. Now, are you guys ready for a short but sweet episode this morning? Has anyone ever talked to you about being on time? Do you find that you're always late? Have you ever heard the saying, to be early is to be on time? To be on time is to be late. And to be late, well, you might as well not come. Have you ever heard that? I mean, we're talking about the kind of late where your friends tell you to come an hour before it actually starts, something starts, because they know you're going to be late. And you get there and then you get an attitude because you like, they told me be here, it started at 5. And then you got there at 5:15, 5:30, yet it didn't start to 7. But you got to really get to the root of the problem. It's all seriousness. Why can't I be on time, right? Well, being late isn't the problem. It's almost always something else that makes us run late. I have to say that, all right? It's not just that you're sitting there like, I'm going to be late, unless you want to be fashionably late. But there are so many reasons why we are late. And I'm going to give you a few examples of the type of person you could be, or let's just say somebody you know. The number one is the rationalizer. This person is always late because, but this person is always late, but doesn't really see it as an issue. Like, I'm here, ain't I? Right? They make it look like you got a problem when it's really them being late is the problem. They're always have an excuse or a reason why. The reasons that seem to be outside of their control, like traffic, girl. Man, traffic was thick. Or, there was a detour, or probably only admitted by a few minutes. I was only a few minutes. Like, dang, you act like I was So a few minutes to them is 35, 45 minutes. But yet you told them to be at the top of the hour. Then you got the number 2 person, the producer. They always have way too much on their plate. And if they can just squeeze a minute in, it's just that, a minute. And they hate wasting time and want to do as much as humanly possible. But they never are fine because those 2 minutes that they poked in, they are ultimately late everywhere. They're probably overspreading themselves. And that's why they can't be on time. The number 3 person is the deadliner. Now, you'll get used to this. You'll recognize this person as the master of procrastination. They're always waiting until the last minute to get things done. They underestimate travel time because they think they do best when they're working under pressure, and they love the rush of the race to the finish line. The problem is, most of the time, they don't operate under pressure at all well, but they think they are the best under pressure, and they really are not. The number 4 person is the indulger. Now, these type of people, I might be an indulger, y'all. They love the snooze button and don't seem to have a good grasp on time. They may have a hard time motivating themselves in general, and that may manifest in other areas of their lives. I just may be an indulger. I know, right? I know. So the 5th person, the type of person, is the absent-minded. Looks like something was forgotten. Again, they just cannot get it together. Those people need calendars, planners, calendar, a wake-up call. people to remind them. But I always say you don't got to be reminded about going where you really want to go. Okay? And this person may also be easily distracted doing work or while spending time with others. You engage in a serious conversation and they all over the, did you see? Are you even listening? Are you present? Right? Number 6 type of person, the rebel. They could be on time if they wanted to be, but they rather resist the authority because they like, who go check me, boo? Nobody, boo, but you ain't gonna keep getting invited. And they feel like sometimes like they're being forced. And it's like, you was just invited. If you don't want to go, just say you don't want to go. Or you're not available, you're not free, but don't try to make it look like, oh, somebody is forcing you because you're not. The 7th type of person is the anxious person. And finally, we have that anxious person who is late because they spend a lot of time obsessing over perfection. Oh, my hair's out of place, my makeup's not right, or my haircut, and you're not, oh, I ain't got on the right cologne, I gotta get the right socks. It's this, that. And then they bring forth anxiety, and then they show up late. I couldn't get myself together. I was doing it. It's like, come on. If you know you're going somewhere, and I'm bad with it, but I don't make excuses. I'm not a perfect person, but I love to try to perfect the look or do my best to it. So it might take a little longer. Like when I know I'm going somewhere that's of a great place that I need to be and I need to make an appearance or whatever. If I'm not getting my makeup done professionally, my hair done professionally, and I have to do it, which I'm capable, I do try to start getting ready maybe 45 to an hour prior to. Because I know those 2 things, if I can nail it, it's like whoop, 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 whoop. We in this piece. Now, this is my last person, and it's probably me. I've been all of them. Okay? Nobody had to say, dang, TT, I have to check myself. Because think about this. When you get somewhere, you're supposed to go somewhere, and it's first come, first serve, or first, seats are limited, and you want to try to show up late, but you want to have an attitude. How you got an attitude, boo? How you got an attitude? Get there on time. They said the doors open at 6 o'clock, yet you rolling up at 7. The show starts at 8. So you felt like, well, shoot, the doors open at 6. I ain't gonna get there to 7 because we got a whole hour. And in most cases, that depends where you are, what kind of event it is, who it is that's gonna be there, or who you meeting. That should kind of tell you what kind of seats you might have left. So if it's gonna be somebody like, let's just say, hypothetically, you going to see Chris Brown, okay? Doors open at 6. People gonna be outside at 1 o'clock. Cause they like doors open. I'm in line because I'm getting a good seat. All right. If it's open seating, that's another issue. Get there if you want good seating. And people get into fights about holding seats. So don't try to be having nobody hold no seat for you. Get your butt there on time. And you ain't gotta worry about nobody holding no seat for you. We just gotta be more conscious. Now, I know I laughed and made a little joke here and there, but some people are really, really bothered. And let me tell you something. Whether you know it or not, people talk about you. So and so always late. Oh, you might not even get invited to go somewhere because you gonna be late and they know it and they can't afford to be late. So they like, I would ask so and so to go, but so and so always late, and I'm not trying to be late. So if you like to be invited out, if you want to continue to be invited out, try to respect people's time. Time is important. It is, and it's not to be wasted. For it's not promised to none of us. Yet we take it for granted half the time. And we'll miss a lot when we are late. So do better. Do better because you know better. Time is of the essence. And it's something you should appreciate, you should want to do with purpose. Don't look at it as, oh, I gotta do this because they're making me do this. I gotta show it because I don't want to hear their mouth. How about the early bird gets the worm? And not only that, it's it's just a good look. Being on time. Work on that. If you are a person that run a little behind and you're always late, don't be okay with that. Don't be like, well, they know I'm gonna be late. I'm telling you what I know. People talk. And if somebody wants to do business with you, you always late, showing up for your clients, or they depended on you and you late and you stop getting calls, don't wonder why. You already know why. Well, that's all I got for you in this beautiful TGIF. It's Friday, baby girl. It's Friday, baby boy. And I'm getting ready to have a funky good time. What about y'all? Well, you know what we say around this part. Until the next time we leave footprints across the sun. It's your girl TT from the D, and I'll see you soon.